Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. Today we tried out a full face of new makeup. If you guys saw my haul that I recently did, then pretty much everything is on my face. This is how the look turned out. So if you guys want to know my thoughts on everything and how I got this look, then just keep watching. Hey guys, so let's just go ahead and get started. I think I'll just get started with moisturizing my lips, and for that we have the Too Faced Peach Lip Balm, the Mega Moisture Lip Balm, and I have used some of it. Would I say it's the best lip balm that I've ever tried? No. Does it smell amazing? Yes. My lips have been dry lately, probably because, so you can probably tell, I have like this cold, and so sleeping at night I kind of breathe through my mouth, and so lips gotten a little bit dry. Next we're going to go on into primer, and for that we are going to be trying the Farsali Skin Tune Blur Perfecting Primer Serum. This packaging is beautiful. I don't know which way the best way to do this is. It does have a scent. And it smells good. It has fruit extract, citric acid. I have to say that the packaging isn't the greatest because it's hard for me to get any product in the dropper and on my fingers. Let's bring up the mirror up close. Not seeing like a major difference. I have seen different YouTubers use this and they've said that a little goes a long way, but I feel like I've just had to use a lot and nothing is coming out. Maybe if we shake it we'll get some product out. Literally nothing. I feel like I'm just adding 10 times more than I actually do, but it feels like nothing is coming out. So we'll just do the rest this much, and it absorbs kind of fast. I don't know how I feel about it. TBH, it just kind of feels a little heavy on my skin. To me, my skin looks kind of the same. Foundation. For foundation, we are trying the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Longwear Foundation, and I got mine in the shade 130. I'm not even going to attempt to take it out from the top. Very sleek packaging. It says to shake well. On the box it says medium to full coverage for all, long wear, light as air. Let's try this. I'm actually pumping it on like an old iTunes card, and we're actually trying a new sponge. The sponge that I'm trying is the Sonia Kashik Makeup Blender, and here's the sponge. Apple Watch. This is the biggest Series 4 Apple Watch for comparison. That's large. It's giant. Off the bat it feels like one of those sponges that I'm not a huge fan of, those like really dense sponges. The shade is a little too yellow for my liking. Will be a little yellow today, but hopefully concealer can kind of combat that. Thoughts on this sponge: it soaks up a lot of product. It's not making the foundation go on that good. Like, I put 3 pumps on here, it's gone. I only covered like the bottom half of my face, so wouldn't recommend this sponge. This sponge is a no for me because I can't get an even layer on my skin. This is just like hard, and it's a super dense sponge. The shade of this foundation isn't like the best per se. That primer and foundation over top, not half bad. My skin is like super dry right now, so if you guys have super dry skin, probably wouldn't recommend this. It is a soft matte, so it is like My skin's kind of flaking. I know, gross. This foundation sets almost instantly. Well, no, it doesn't set instantly. This foundation does set down, and it's almost feels like any other foundation to me. I can't really like feel it, or it doesn't feel any heavier than this primer, so that's a plus. And this sponge, I was not able to get an even layer of the foundation, so we'll still have some like redness a little bit peeking through. Now concealer. For concealer, we have the Huda Beauty, the Overachiever Concealer, and I got mine in the shade Marshmallow. We're going to start with the center of the face, and it has like a metal chip. High coverage creamy concealer. This can be used to puff and conceal the under eye area, but we're gonna try it all over the face. Let's blend it out. This sponge is a no. I probably won't ever use it again. I am not a fan of that sponge, and so it's just making me not really like the makeup. I feel like if I was using like my regular beauty blender or even the Real Techniques Miracle Blending Sponge, it would be so much better, but I am losing coverage and everything because this is soaking up the product so much. I'm gonna go get my beauty blender really fast. I went and got my two favorite sponges, the regular beauty blender and the Eco Tools makeup sponge. I might add just a tiny bit more foundation around my nose since coverage is not there. Oh yeah, so much better. Really do not recommend this sponge. So I'm gonna actually apply more concealer and blend that out with the beauty blender and see how that works. Oh yeah, we're getting some coverage and it's blending out how I want it to. Ugh. Yes, yes, yeah. The right makeup tools can make or break your makeup. I'm obsessed. Now let's try under the ears. Only thing I don't really like about it is how messy it gets, and that's just me being picky. Woo! We are bright, and a little bit goes a long way. Fair warning, you don't need a lot of that concealer. Powder. The Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. It's a little heart. Can't even see it. When I don't have these nails, I will be taking the sifter out because that's what I do with like all my powders. So we're going to bake our under side. I don't even know if I was recording me setting my face, but I'm using the Eco Tools sponge to dip into my powder to set my face. I'm taking an e.l.f. blush brush to brush away the bake. Let's look at the face. We are looking snatched. Bronzer. I have the BH Cosmetics Brilliant bronzer. It's a satin finish bronzer. It doesn't say what shade it is on the box. It's in the shade Golden Gal. Using my bronzer brush, bronze up my skin. I'm smelling a scent from somewhere, and I wonder if it's this powder. I think this powder has a scent. From what I can see on the ingredients, it doesn't have fragrance listed as an ingredient. Bronzer. It's good. Is it my favorite bronzer of all time? No. But will it work? Yeah. Blush. We have the PYT Beauty Heartbeat Cheek Color in the shade Exhale. I love the packaging on this. If you have nails, this is not the palette to be opening. The compact, I should say. Please hold. This is the blush. On it, it says no BS. I'm gonna use my Lexi blush brush, the 514. And on the mirror, it says First Blush. It's a pretty pink blush. I don't think I have a shade like this, which is great. Now that we have formatted our card, we can start filming again because it cut off on me. Highlighter, the Jouer powder highlight in the shade Citrine. I can't tell you how long I've wanted this highlight for. I think it's been since they released. But it's just like this beautiful champagne gold. Apply that with my Morphe M501 highlighter brush. Oh yes, yes. Yes, hunty, give it to me. I'm gonna go in with a small eyeshadow brush to highlight my Cupid's bow, the tip of my nose, and the bridge. Highly recommend. It's 10:30 in the morning, and I am filming. I'm going to do my brows, and for that, I'm using the ColourPop Brow Boss pencil in the shade Light Brown. Might be a little too warm. I'll make it work. It's a pretty good shade. I would normally go a little bit darker. It's good for like those natural brow days. I'm not mad at it. I really do like this brow pencil because I'm able to get the shape that I want, which is an A+. Having a pretty good brow day. Some more of like a natural brow day. Now I have a brow gel, the Brow Boss gel from ColourPop. I wanted to get like the matching brow gel to test it. It's like this like creamy white that I'm like kind of scared of in a way. I can already feel that these brows are not going anywhere. We are having a natural but good brow day. Now, before we go on to eyes and stuff, to like lock in all this makeup and to take away any powderiness, I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. Do you want to know what it feels like? It feels like those little misters, like when it's super hot out. It feels like that. Let's go into the eyes. So I actually zoomed you guys in a little bit closer, that way you guys could see what I'm actually doing on the eyes. We are not priming with concealer today because we actually got an eye primer. J-Cat Beauty All About That Base Shadow Primer in the shade Nude. Apply a little bit on my lid, blend that out, and I'm actually going to set that before we go on to the other eye with the same Too Faced powder. Vasanti Concealer Buffer Brush is my favorite for this step. Left side is always harder for me. We are all primed and set and ready to go on into eyeshadow. And for eyeshadow, because probably you've seen this going around lately, the Huda Beauty new Nude eyeshadow palette. Yes, I bit the bullet and picked this up. I picked this up not during any of the sales. I went shopping one day and like, I can't wait for the sale, so I picked it up. I'm sure you guys have seen it, but yeah. So we are going with like the pinks and purple realm today. We are not going to a new realm. I'm going to first pick up the shade Play on a Wet n Wild crease brush for my transition shade. Quick coffee break. I'm gonna take a BS Mall eyeshadow brush. I don't know the shade name. I'm gonna go into the shade Secret, and I'm actually gonna go into a different BS Mall brush, but the same shadow, the same Secret shadow, the shade Teddy. Bogashi taper blending brush. Plop that into the crease, bring a little more neutrals to the look. Back into the Wet n Wild brush with no extra product to blend. And I am barely tapping into these shades and the pigment. I love me some peaches and pinks, and so perfect shadow palette for me. I'm gonna go in with an SLMS Glam T35 Precise Blending Brush and the shade Tickle. Plop that in the crease and lower. And now with a flat shader brush, I'm gonna go into the shade Fantasy. I'm actually gonna take some of my MAC Fix Plus to really intensify this, and so that there's less chance of fallout. So I'm picking some up on a flat shader brush, spritzing the brush, and then going back in to the Fantasy shade, and this is going all over the lid. And I'm gonna take my finger into the shade Crave and plop it in the center for a little something extra, and go back into the SLMS Glam No Extra Product and blend. Ooh, this eye look, obsessed. This brush, I'm gonna pick up the shade Secret and Tickle mixed together for my lower lash line. Going back in with the small eyeshadow brush and our Jouer highlighter and highlight the inner corner and brow bone. And this kind of just ties in our cheek highlight with our eyes highlight. Next time I use this palette, I want to go in with this shade Infatuated. I'm going to actually swatch both Excite, which is like a pressed glitter, and Infatuated. Oh yes, Excite and Infatuated. They are, I believe, pressed glitters. Mascara. We are using the Ulta Beauty Ultimate Lashes Multitasking Mascara in Jet Black. Looks like a good wand. Add some mascara. Gonna fix my hair and then we'll be back for lips. So we have our hair slick backed. Now let's go on to doing our lips. For lip liner, I picked up the Maybelline Color Sensational Shaping Lip Liner in the shade Dusty Rose. Always looking for a good rose lip liner. Just gonna line my lips with it. I really like the shade and the formula. It's really smooth. I'm actually filling in my lips because that's what I tend to do with like every lip liner that I have. This lip liner turned out a little more purple than I was anticipating. Super comfortable on the lips. Lipstick. We're trying out one of the Fenty Beauty Stunna Lip Paint. I have tried the red one actually, so I just couldn't wait, and I knew the red would go with this look. So we are doing the shade Uncuffed. These, I believe this is one of like her new shades that she came out with. Ooh, I really like this shade with this eye look. I really like this shade. Both the lip liner and the Stunna Lip Paint are super comfortable. These last quite a while. 12-hour matte wear. I would have to agree with that statement because when I wore the red one, it stayed on forever. And usually even like liquid lipsticks or like lip stains or regular lipsticks, anything, they tend to like bleed. They're just not that cute. But the red Stunna Lip Paint that I tried lasted forever. Anyways, that was my first impressions on all of these products. The only thing really that I'm not like wowed over is the Sonia Kashuk sponge. Like as you saw, I switched over to my beauty blender because this is not good whatsoever. Sorry, but it's just not. But I love that the way that this came out. We have some glowy skin, which I'm always trying to achieve. And we have these pink tones. If you guys have checked out SassieBeauty, which is actually my own brand, then you would know that the whole brand color is like this pink color. And I'm like living for this look. If you guys have any video requests, you can leave them in the comments down below or at me on my social media, which is all under SassieBeauty, YT, same as spelled here, both Twitter and Instagram. Also, go follow my beauty brand account, SassieBeauty. I'll have listed down below and at the end of this video. And also go check out my Etsy shop where you guys can actually purchase what I am selling. Other than that, I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.